And what is up everyone, it's the All Gaming blog here bringing you another Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. Now on this topic I want to talk about user-generated content. What does this mean? Basically I've seen a recent discussion where it says that a lot of developers, right, claim that user-generated content is going to be the future of gaming. User-generated content is going to be, where gaming is going to be headed. And this is what it says. The level of connectivity now reached this generation has brought some bad side effects, which means day one patches on this content sold as downloadable content and multiplayer empowering of douchebags. But it has its good sides. And the good side is the rise of user-generated content. Okay, and I'll give you an example. Little Big Planet developer. The developer of you guys should know what Little Big Planet is. It's a very fun game. The developer recently announced over 7 million levels have been created by users, by Little Big Planet players. This is amazing. This means that there's now more created levels by users on Little Big Planet than any game studio could ever attempt to make. This is just, there's so many levels in there. I mean, this adds a whole different aspect on the game. This adds so much replay value that's ridiculous at this point. And customization on games, or the ability for you to make new game modes or new types of games, I think is the future. Because let's say there's 100 players that play a game, right? If those 100 players each make 10 levels, that's already exceeded the amount of levels any game could ever have. And it's ridiculous, how much more a player can make than a game developer. Not to mention that how many games have been made, or how many game modes have showed up on Call of Duty just because of players modified them to play like that. How many levels, character customization, how many maps, how many however I've showed up in games because of users, because of players made it that way. And I think this is where it's gonna be headed. Like, I'll give you a good example. There wasn't a Dead Island mod, which was just one player that modified the game and caught the creators of Dead Island attention so much that they now have a small team developing with that guy that modded the game to make an entire game out of it. I can't remember the name of the mods exactly, but it's all over the news now. And they're basically just gonna make a game out of it, which is basically you can freeze zombies with your powers and then slash them with 2 swords, like dual wield swords and whatever. It was an amazing mod that made the game really, really fun. And it was so good, in fact, that the game developers got a team to work with this guy that made the mod to make an entire game out of it. To me, that's just amazing. That's just great in the sense that, yes, we finally have, developers not just, sticking to what they should be developed, or to what big companies want them to develop, but actually going to what the players want to see and actually listening to gamers themselves. It's no longer a business where you have, business executives in companies making video games. No, you have players, gamers making games now, which adds a completely different dynamic to it. In the sense that, okay, this game could be improved in this and that way. Instead of just hacking the game and modding it, which is only for the PC anyways, you can actually, make the game yourself the way you want it to be. Now, I remember back in the day on Diablo 2, there were so many things when I first started playing it that I see it could have done better, that I just said, okay, I'm gonna mod the game myself and make it look the way I want it. That's what I have done. I used to do Diablo 2 modding, and I still do a little bit, but it's just I don't emphasize it too much on it. But they finally now, which is a bit different, they launched another patch for Diablo 2, which they started listening to the community, because they actually started seeing that a lot of people were actually modding Diablo 2 to make it, better, basically, or to make it the way they wanted it to be. To me, that's just, they should listen to gamers more, and this is great. And I agree with some producers, some video game company producers, I can't remember the name of them exactly, but that they stated that user-generated content is going to be the future of gaming, especially with the Ouya console coming. If it's still going to come, I'm not sure about that project because there's no more news regarding it. But if the Ouya console is still gonna come, I totally agree that gamers are gonna start making video games, and there's gonna be awesome and even better than any video games that we have. So that's it about this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this subject in the comment section below. Do you think you could make a better game than a lot of people if you had the chance? Leave me a like if you like this video, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already and you want to see more of this content. And that's it for this game. Not the best game ever, but hey, I just recorded it 5 minutes ago. So, not too bad. Peace!